Welcome everybody to the Abarca, where we speak about fitness, entrepreneurship, and humble beginnings. Here today we have a special guest, model, dancer, and CEO of Caridad Night Entertainment. Cari, like I know you, why don't you introduce yourself to the IG Live, to the followers on YouTube, Spotify, etc. My followers. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. It is a pleasure. I first want to thank you for having me here today to speak about myself, speak about my business and the industry. I'm very honored to be here today. So, yeah, like he said, my name is Caridad, but like my friends know me as, I'm Naidalys. And I'm a professional model. I'm a professional dancer. And I run Caridad Entertainment.
All right. And, guys, she is the CEO. So she runs her own business, guys. This is one of the reasons why I have her on here, because again, we talk about fitness, we talk about, on humble beginnings, but nonetheless, we talk about entrepreneurship. We talk about business. All right. So we're going to be speaking about CEO responsibilities, choreography process, and the life of a model.
Yes.
Right? Because
yes.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're a model. I'm not a model. I'm not that good looking, but you are. So I mean, we got to talk about that. But Cari, why don't we start off with the humble beginnings? I know you're Cuban.
Yes.
You're 25 years old. You came to the U.S. Why don't we, talk about that?
Okay, so let's talk about how I even got to this country.
Please.
So I was born in Cuba, and, I come from La Habana. And even though I don't look Cuban or I don't talk Cuban, I'm 100% Cuban. My parents, my grandparents, everyone. I was born in Cuba, and my dad actually won something called La Bomba that we call in Cuba, which is kind of like a lottery that the United States had with, like, Cuba to help people out. And he won that, so we came over here. We had help from the government, and we actually had family members here. So when I first arrived, I arrived to West New York. I came when I was 6 years old. And then my parents finally worked a lot, and we got our own place in Union City. So they actually still live there. We've been living in Union City ever since. Really? And then I just moved out, and now I live in Patterson with my husband.
Your husband?
Yes.
Wow, so you married?
I'm married.
You married? Sorry, fellas.
I'm out the game.
Sorry. She retired. That's it. It's done. Se acabó. And how's the married life?
So the married life is good. Luckily, I have a husband that's very understanding. He is also a professional dancer, and we just get along so well. We're in the industry. Our lives intertwined together, our goals, everything we want to do. So it really works out for us really good. And we made that decision.
So you guys work together?
Yes, we do.
Oh, that's an interesting.
He helps me out in everything. He's my choreographer.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he helps me out in everything.
So all right, so who's a better dancer? Let me ask you that.
He's a better dancer. Down, he's a better dancer.
Yeah?
He is, yeah.
All right, you guys dance everything?
Yeah.
Everything?
Yeah.
And he twerks better than you too?
No, my butt's bigger.
All right, so you're Cuban through La Bomba. I've never even heard of that. That's an incentive for the Cubans to come over here. Yeah. And what made you just start dancing? Like, what made you get into dancing?
So I've always, like, my mom, ever since I was small, knew that I was going to be somewhere in the entertainment. Like, I love to be the life of the party. I love to always party at family gatherings. I was always like, hey. But when we came to this country, like, we struggled a lot. It was my mom with 2 kids. I have an older brother. He's 10 years older than me. And, they started off humble beginnings. So it was hard. I've always wanted to dance, but she didn't have the budget to get me into a dance program or to pay for anything. When I finally went to high school, they were offering free dance classes as extra curriculum. So instead of taking art or anything, I took dance. And thankfully, I met my first dance teacher, Miss Panelo. Shout out to her. I love her with everything. She's what got me into dance, what got me, like, my passion, where I found my true passion. So I started dancing in high school, and ever since then, I took it very seriously. And I was working. That's why I started working, first of all. I started working to pay for my dance classes. So I was also working at a studio in Edgewater to be able to train more, and I was accepted into college as a dance major.
Wow.
Yeah. Even though I quit.
Where'd you go?
I went to Montclair State.
Oh, I hate that place. Okay, continue.
Why?
I just, you know what it is? I hate the stairs in the winter when it's snowing. after you find parking after 45 minutes of taking a few laps in the one garage for 5K people.
Yeah.
It's a shit show. And then you're late, and then the professor just yells at you. But continue. I apologize. Montclair, I hate you.
Well, I dormed for my first 2 years because I was a dance major, and my schedule was insane. I got worn out, and I was beat, and I decided to just change my major. I said I can dance without having the major, because what I want to do is in the commercial world. Like, I was doing modern dance and ballet, and I felt like that's not where I want to be. Like, I love dance and everything, but that's not where I want to be. So I quit dance, and I got a major in public relations. So after I majored in public relations, and I was doing internships in New York for like marketing agents and stuff, handling their social media and all of that, is when I started training again, because I had quit dancing for like 2 years.
Wow. Did you get rusty?
Yeah. You get rusty. Dance is something that you have to keep up. Like, it's a conditioning of your body.
Right.
You have to keep up with it. If not, you lose your technique, you lose your stamina. You look sloppy. So you have to train. No matter if you're the best dancer, you have to train.
So it sounds like you needed a trainer back then.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
I still do. But yeah, so while I was doing internships, I started training again. And when I started training again, I started going to a whole bunch of classes where I got seen. And that's when I was able to book my first job where I danced for El Alfa for the first time.
Wait. El Alfa.
Yeah.
Like,
when in 2019,
la mama, like El Alfa.
Yes.
Yeah.
I danced for him, my first gig in United Palace in 2019. This was a while ago before COVID. That was my first booked job. So it was a crazy experience for me. I can definitely say very crazy.
Did you shake his hand? Did you say hi? Did you hug?
No, we spoke. We talked. What? We always have dress rehearsals and everything where we get to meet the artists, and they get to tell us like, oh, hey, like, this is what's going to be going on in the show and all that.
How was your experience dancing with El Alfa?
It was a little rough. I'm not gonna lie. I want to be very candid.
Why is that?
I got called 3 days before the gig, and I had to learn 15 choreographies through video.
Jesus Christ!
A rookie getting back into dance.
Right, and then all of a sudden so you're just fed to the wolves.
Yeah. It was rough, but it was a very good learning experience for dance for me.
I bet it gave you like a lot of character.
Yes.
Just being fed and not starting just little shows, you know what I'm saying?
I got thrown into it right away.
Okay.
And then we ended up doing 3 shows for him a total. Yeah. Every time he would come to New York, he would call. Because my friend, actually, she worked with the manager of El Alfa for many years.
Who's your friend?
Okaira. Her name is Okaira.
Okay.
She's the one that...
Shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to her. Love her.
Yeah, and the 3 shows, how did it go? So besides the fact that you danced for El Alfa, and you were fed to the wolves, but it wasn't even his fault because you just took a break. Can you get into the details of the prep? Yeah, it was tough learning 15, choreographies, etc. How was the experience with El Alfa?
So, like I said, I was currently doing an internship while I did that. And I had to first ask permission for my internship for time off. I asked
did you tell them, yo, listen, I'm big.
I did.
I'm a big girl right here.
I did, and they were really happy for me.
Yeah.
They were really understanding. Shout out to them. They were called Gen Z Marketing. And they were really cool with me. The manager, he's like, you know what? Go live out your dream. I understand. Like, don't worry. There's a big opportunity for you. So that was the first time that I met Okaira. And I would go to her house and we practiced. We had rehearsals for 3 days straight. So 5 o'clock in the morning, nonstop, because we had to learn everything through video. Like I said, 15 choreographies is a lot for a dancer. A lot to remember in just 3 days. And just the whole preparing was a lot mental and a lot physical as well. I had to also do exercise. My body was hurting. My body was so
sore.
So sore from just dancing so much, it's crazy from not dancing to going to a lot. Now,
Cari, for the people watching at home on Instagram, etc., you worked with El Alfa, but when we spoke outside of this podcast, and you threw some big names
Yeah.
at me, and I was just like, wait, hold up, the fuck you talking about? The one girl I know, worked with J Balvin, worked with French Montana,
Yeah.
worked with Nori,
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Like, you worked with the big G's.
Yes,
in the music industry.
I have. After that first gig, I was able to book a lot. So I worked with J Balvin not so long ago. I think it was like 4 or 5 months ago. There was a choreographer from Miami looking for dancers out here in New York for his video. The video is called Voodoo, if anyone wants to stream it. And it was actually really funny because I thought I was gonna be looking all sexy and all dancing and looking cute.
Okay.
And then they have us like with a white face paint and the outfit like all a big dress church outfit. Like there was nothing sexy about it.
like you look like a nun? Was that
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a scary nun. Like it was crazy.
Well, J Balvin just, when he first came out, he was very, like that basic reggaeton type of artist.
Yeah.
But then, I guess his true colors came out. He's just a different vibe. He's a different energy.
Yeah.
He brought a little twist to reggaeton. You know what I'm saying? So,
it was actually pretty cool.
were you expecting like that, or were you expecting to just be?
I was expecting to like kill it and
Right.
like I said, like real
Yeah,
sexy
yeah,
and
yeah,
everything
yeah.
because it was a collab with like actually a Hindu artist, which I'm sorry I don't know his name.
Okay.
And they did have like a Hindu group of girls dancing and everything, and then we were dancing the reggaeton part with J Balvin.
Mm-hmm.
And the choreo was a lot sexier, a lot reggaeton and everything, and we were so excited.
Yeah.
I mean, I was still super happy to be in the project.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
It's fucking J Balvin.
It was good.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
They also paid good, so we were happy about that project. But it's just when I got there and I got to see the outfit, I was like, I was a little bit like taken back.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, why is it Halloween?
Yeah.
I feel you. Out of the big names, hold on. Did I miss any? Did I miss anyone?
Yeah. So I was actually in the Naidalys video for Capella Gray.
Okay.
I also did. I worked for Free or Foreign in videos. Let me actually pull up my resume.
Yeah. Go ahead.
While
you do that, let me just pull on the hookah.
Here, pull on the.
Yeah.
So I worked for the MTV Wild and Out Girl. I did one of their tours as well when they came out here to New York.
Hold on. I just want to say, because you're flexing right now, you're swinging your dick around. Like, I just want to say that I was in a Wild and Out as well.
But
I was in
crowd?
I was in the crowd. All right, but I made it in the show.
That's good. That's
all right,
good.
they requested specifically for El Diablo.
Okay.
But they found a seat for me in the audience. I didn't dance or I didn't rap battle or freestyle. But go ahead.
It's okay. One day.
Yeah.
So that's actually a pretty cool story about the Wild and Out thing because 2 years ago, right before COVID hit, they had a casting. And I went to the casting in person and I got casted. And then COVID happened.
You have to apply for that.
Yeah, you have to apply.
Okay.
Yeah. So COVID there was like over 200 girls there. It was crazy. But COVID came and my show got canceled. That was supposed to be in Prudential Center. It was crazy. And I was so upset about it because I was so excited about the show.
Yeah.
And then after COVID ends, I get another casting director that I've met, through the business and industry networking that hit me up to do this gig random, like one day to another. And I was like, wow, it was meant to be. I've always said that like what's meant for you is meant for you and it's going to come for you. So I was actually booked to do this gig again.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was a really cool experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you met Nick Cannon, father of 27.
Met all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you? Who was the special guest there? Because I know he has special guests. Do you remember?
Yeah. Joe Montana, something like that. He had a lot of old school heads there. I can't remember all of their names.
Did you get to network at least?
Yeah.
Okay,
you
cool.
always get to network in these things. You get to talk to everyone, have fun. They always provide for us food, drinks, everything, outfits, whatever we need.
Yeah, when I was there, I wasn't provided with pizza or anything like that. They ate pizza in front of us. But we were the brokies in the audience, everybody laugh and we're like, oh, you know what I mean? Okay, so you worked with the Wild and Out people.
Yeah.
Out of the big names, did you finish your whole list?
No.
Hey, go ahead.
Let me go through my list.
Flex, girl, flex. Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, I worked for Black Pyramid Modeling. Like you said, for Fabulous already. I worked for Capella Gray in the Naidalys video. I was in the Woo video for 50 Cent and Pop Smoke.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
You already said French Montana and Free Will Foreign. I worked with CJ as well, Roddy Rebel. I was in the Whoop D remix video. I worked for Shaggy. Like, that was a really cool thing. Like, such an old head. It was really nice meeting him. I worked for Dusty Locane. DJ Adoni, I've worked for him thanks to my friend Okaida that I talked to you about. I did his show in United Palace, and that was really cool because we got to dance on stage with
shout out to your girl as well.
Shout out to my girl Okaida. But yeah, we got to work with like Farruko on stage, Kiko el Crazy, Dobo Montana, Joel y Randy. Well, with Joel, Randy wasn't there. So with the DJ Adoni, since he has all his special guests, we get to dance with all his special guests. So that was pretty cool. Wow. Yeah.
All right. Continue.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No. You have a big list.
Yeah.
Flex, girl. Go ahead.
I've danced with Vaquero. You know, he's a Dominican old head. Chucky 73, Taligoya. I've done like ShopRite commercial. I've worked with hair brands like Alpha Par, which is really big if you're into like hair. I've done an Elf commercial and cosmetics. And I've actually choreographed for Sin Santana's music video, Pa Que No Me Joda. Me and my husband did.
Oh, shit.
And we had the dancers. So that was pretty cool. I choreographed for an artist named Steph G that I love her. She's over here from New York. She's going to be something really big right now. Bullying 47, DJ Pereira, and yeah, the list goes on. But those are my favorite ones.
Who was your favorite?
My favorite project?
Yeah. To work with, you know, I don't want to put any artists on spot since you know them personally and you guys, you know, talk 24/7 and stuff since you're an artist here. But who's your favorites to work? Your experience.
So Capella Gray was actually a really good experience.
Okay.
Because he posted that he was gonna be doing the video in New York. I don't know what part. I think it was like in the Bronx, something like that. He posted it like free for everyone to come. Correct, in his social media. So everyone came, like everyone and their mothers came. That block was shut down. It was insane. We couldn't shoot. We had to change locations and everything. We had the models and the dancers booked there, and you know the directors tell us, hey, be in front. But the girls wanted to be in front, so they were punching and kicking us and everything to be in the front. And I'm like, listen, I'm getting paid to be here. They told me to be here, so like what the heck? So we went in the van and we just waited. We're like, we're not shooting like this. However, when Capella Gray came back, he was like, listen, I want to finish my scenes here. These people came out for me. These people showed out for me. I'm going to show love. These are my people. These are my fans. I'm not just going to treat them like that.
Respect.
So I really love that about him, how he was like, he stood up for his people. Even though it was chaotic, he was like, nah, these people came out for me. And that was nice. Usually you see a little bit of ego with these artists and their fans. You didn't see that with him.
Of course. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were with your team?
Yeah, so I was working with, I believe, 3 other girls. 2 of them are really close to me, Malisha and Emmy, and we were casted by DV Castings. And since we were with our girls, like we were in a little bit of confianza.
Okay. Now, you cast models, talent for entertainment. You do music videos. You do events. You were speaking about weddings, restaurants, clubs.
Everything. Anything that has to do with entertainment, I do.
Now, how is it like to work with big names like this? Like, is it humbling, or is it just like for you, it's just like another day in the park, is, you know, business? Like,
yeah, for me, it's a little bit of another business day. Like, I don't take these people as like fan or anything. I look at them the same. Like, they walk past me and I'm like calm down, you a fucking client. Yeah, like I just like pass by them like if they're regular people.
Right.
When you sit down and you speak to them, they're regular people. They're, you know, the humble ones are really cool to talk with and everything. But it's been really nice, to work with them.
Now, what was the craziest thing that has happened in an event with an artist?
Oh.
Craziest thing.
I'm going to talk about dance experience rather than model.
Sure.
Because the model thing was getting hit and kicked and punched by the groupies out there.
Right. You just mentioned
because they want to be in the camera. That was like an insane experience for me.
Okay.
But when it comes to dance, the craziest thing is them telling you like, hey, we're changing the song. Just go up there. and now you have to change the whole choreography that you have that was planned for another song. You have to do it for this one. It's not planned, it's not rehearsed. Like, just go out there. And we're basically on stage, like, just looking at each other, vibing out, like, okay, now let's go. Okay, now we're going, let's go.
And you just gotta, all right, so you told me, you educated me a little bit with it's called freestyle, right?
Yeah, I mean, we do choreography.
Well, in that moment.
In that moment, we have choreography, but we have to freestyle until, like, we look at each other and we plan out, like, now we're going to start the choreo.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, I didn't know the terminologies of, like, you know, I'm a phenomenal dancer. They call me Christopher Marron, you know.
We're going to have to see some of those moves.
The Spanish Chris Brown. That's what they call me. I'm just saying.
Raúl Alejandro?
I'm just saying that. But I didn't know the terminologies. Now I'm being educated here. So you told me that it's called freestyle, and you have to do that very often, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's always like a set choreography that you do, and then there's always like a little set part, like either 4/8 count or 2/8 count where you freestyle to get the choreo again. It all depends on the whole directory of how the choreography is set to be in the specific song.
Okay.
And videos, usually for videos, when they call you last minute and stuff, it's just a freestyle because you don't have time to rehearse, you don't have time to plan everything out. Like, it's a lot. Like,
as a fan, whenever I used to back in the day watch music videos, I would watch it in MTV3 or MTV2, etc. I'm not, you know, you're 25, you're a little younger. I'm not sure if you know about those channels, but I would see the dancers all dance in one motion. I don't think I've ever, you know, thinking back, I never seen people just freestyle and do different things in the background.
Yeah,
that's very common.
It all depends on the project. Like I said, you know, if you're booked for a specific project and you already rehearsed it, have the outfit set, everything. Those are artists that like plan everything out. Gotcha. The management, everything is already set. They had a set vision, with the director and everything. They had everything set. But what happens a lot is that they call us last minute. Oh, we need dancers, models, anything. And you come on last minute, and then you just you have to make it work last minute.
Now, when these type of big names reach out to you or reach out to your company, reach out in general, you know, for dancers, what are the credentials that they're looking for to have them on your video, on their video, on their events, etc.?
So usually people that reach out to me, they're either directors, producers, or casting directors that already know me. They know my work. They've worked with me. They know what I could do, and they know I'm going to come on set, and they're going to be stress-free. I'm going to know what I'm doing. I know how to work the camera. All my dancers, my models, they know how to work the camera. And we make it work. Whatever we have to set, like a little cue for 8 counts or anything to record, or we have to set like a visual, anything, we'll do it right there on the set. Or if it was planned ahead, you know, of course we plan it. Like the Pa Que No Me Joda video for Sin Santana, that we got hit up like about 1 week before. So I was able to create the choreography. I was able to have 2 rehearsals with the girls, and then we were able to plan everything out in the video. And I had 1 rehearsal with Sin Santana as well to teach her the choreo. So when they plan it out, that's when you see more of the structure of everyone doing everything together. But when it's last minute, that's when it's like the craziness that goes behind the scenes that you don't see. You just see everything like all together.
What's the most common, like them putting you on the spot and just kind of like, yo, my man, you got to just come up with some shit, or come with a dance routine and then you just do the routine? What's common?
It's more common for them to just call you last minute.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Everything in this industry, I've noticed, it's all last minute. One day, the same day, a day before, 2 days before, and you have to make it work.
Okay.
You're a professional. You've trained your whole life to do this. You even the same day, like you could rehearse 2-3 weeks, 1 month before, and the same day you have to make an altercation because, I don't know.
So then, is there a point of practicing then? Choreography?
So what I mean by like changing something the choreo is already set, but maybe changing the position or maybe changing when you're going to do it.
Got it.
Or changing the levels of where it all depends on the stage. In the music video, it all depends on the set itself. Like, for example, for the J Balvin video, we rehearsed different positions and we rehearsed it in a dance studio. When we got there, the director wanted us to do it in a circle. So we had to change the choreography and modify it right then and there to do it in a circle.
And you guys are so trained that you guys just eye contact like, yo, bitch, we got it.
Yeah.
Bitch,
you have to do it in another direction. You have to do it. You have to make it work. You have to be able to, with the cards that you're dealt with, work out with them. You know?
Now, let's say if I was an artist. And I have a manager, and I'm just like, yo, listen, I want gorgeous dancers. I want talent. I want, like, what does an artist look for in dancers specifically? Like, what are traits?
So with the traits, they definitely always want a beautiful, good-looking girl that is gonna catch the eye of
So you don't
camera.
want anyone looking like my foot.
No.
Okay.
No, you want someone that's well produced. You want someone that's responsible, that's going to get there on the set on time, that is going to be ready.
So not 10 minutes late,
No.
half hour early.
No,
like you
early,
were.
Early is good.
Yeah.
Early is always good. Early is never a problem.
Listen, I'm not going to cap. Out of all my guests in all episodes, Cari here was here almost like 40 minutes early. I was like, shit, girl. Like, thank God I cleaned my place up. Thank God I look good. Like everything was already set. So, a shout out to you. I think you might have set a record of being the earliest here.
Yeah.
That's good for you. Like, that's.
Yeah, I mean, like I told you, we live in such a hectic area. Like, I've cried in this traffic because it drives me so insane. You know what it is to do 2 hours of traffic? When I have to drive to New York or anything, there's always an accident. There's always something always that happens. So, like, set yourself up to be good. Don't set yourself up for failure. If it says that you're going to get there in 30 minutes, leave an hour before. So you have 30 minutes to spare for anything that can happen. But yeah, what was your question again that you said before?
No, you answered it.
Okay.
You said, if I was an artist, what are the specific traits, credentials that I was looking for? You said talent. You said pretty, not look like my foot, responsible, on time. Is there anything else?
Yeah, have everything that you're supposed to come with on set. Every set is different. There's always a different storyline. There's always a different a different outfit or anything. So come prepared. Come always with options. Don't come with just one outfit. Come with options. And they're going to want you. You have to know how to work a camera. So if you send a video in or you send your pictures in and they like it, you have to look like your pictures, number one. A lot of these girls are editing their pictures so much that when they get to set, they don't look like what their pictures are.
Right.
So that's one of the main things they look for as well. That you look natural. You look exactly how you look like in your pictures and your videos.
Now, I'm trying to get a little bit more good looking. I'm not that good looking yet, so I'm not a model yet. But this is like maybe the third or fourth time you say you have to work the camera. I don't know what the fuck that means. So educate me so I could just elevate my expertise here.
So when you work the camera, you have to have eye contact with the camera. Like you can't just they're recording you and you're like.
Oh, so all right. So I've done some amateur photo shoots and I'm more like looking away. So you have to look at the camera.
Look directly at the camera.
So you gotta give like that sex
glare,
look. Like I'm gonna fuck you.
Yes. Like make pretend it's you in the mirror.
And it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman.
No, it doesn't matter. I mean, obviously, for a man, they're gonna work the camera differently than a girl.
Okay.
Like a girl,
but the sex look is still like I want to fuck you look.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The girls will do a little bit more of a sex appeal, like things that. So with a director, they always want to do something that they could do in the transition. So if I'm gonna move my hand, I'm gonna move it across here, and I'm gonna bring it towards the camera. Like play with it. That's when I say work the camera, not just be there like all like a mummy like. Like, you have to move. You have to work in a different, like, vibe, to be able to get the attention of the camera.
Ladies and gents, fucking take some notes.
Yes.
Shit, because I'm over here. I'm moving like a robot. When I was doing a photo shoot and, I'm supposed to be here just rubbing my tits and shit. I didn't know that.
So, Yeah, when it comes to especially photo shoots, like if you're just doing like a pose, like whatever it is, like you're not breathing through the pose, and you could see that in the camera. But now if you're like moving, it's gonna come out more natural. It always comes out better when you're moving through the poses than just posing itself. Don't think of it as like pose, pose, pose. Think of it as like movement, like wrapping through each one. Like if I'm gonna go here, then I'm gonna go here instead of here and here. See that? So yeah.
Yo, I feel like I'm a pro now. All right, let me just engage with the IG live real quick.
There.
Idol rival is Joe Babes, got you. Shout out to you, Haitian Hulk. Shout out to you, Evolve. Alyssa Armstrong, Wally, Josh, Sophia. Shout out to you, Bree, Raymond. Shout out to you, Tiff. Then we got a lot of people in here. Melissa, Amade, Amir. Shout out to you. Damn, I haven't seen you in so long. Michelle, Christy, Jesus, Rome's. Damn, you popular, girl. Pat, Judith. It's my girl. Chris Hughes. Jordan, shout out to you guys. Damn. All right. Yo, Chris, listen. My boy Chris is a DJ. You know, so Chris, make some noise. You know, take some notes because this girl, she's connected. I don't know if you noticed.
We dance for DJs too. Yo. So whenever you need dancers, I got girl. You.
Yo, I mean, she was working with El Alfa. She was working with Fabulous, Nori. Who else?
There's a lot. 50 Cent.
50 Cent. French Montana. Yeah. Jesus Christ, y'all. Fucking. All right. All right. So, the big topic here. One thing that you really wanted to talk about. Models, dancers. There's a topic out there that shows or that stresses that you guys get underpaid. Is that true?
Yes, 100%.
Underpaid in what way?
So underpaid in the way of we still make more than a 9 to 5, which is cool. However, we don't make what we should make compared to the numbers that they make. So when you compare the numbers that they make for a show or for a video,
who's they?
Who's they? The artist.
Okay.
The artist. Yeah. Or the record label, whatever they're paying, you know.
And again, I'm neutral here, and I'm trying to learn. So I just want to be clear. So for the context of the followers and the people watching, do you think that you should be getting paid as much or more than an artist?
No.
Okay.
No, not more than the artist or as much. But when I tell you that we don't even get 10% of what they make, is a lot. So yeah.
10%.
So for example, the way that it works out for a music video is that they'll have a specific budget for the whole video. And that includes the director's pay, the producer, that includes the place, the cars, whatever they're going to get. Like it's a lot that goes into it with the budget wise. However, they work all of that out first, and then they whatever is left, they leave it for the talent. So we get the scraps basically. And a lot of times for the artists that don't see us as artists as well when we're dancing on stage, they do the same thing. They'll be like,
so
we got this for you.
Are you saying like what's left in the budget that's just for the dances?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's a little sad. It's an ongoing thing that we have in the industry. And and
that's been going on for years.
It's been going on forever. We're
So
always underpaid.
So what are you dancers and models and CEOs of businesses like this? What are you guys doing about it?
So number one is saying no to the jobs. I know it's very hard out there. Like if they tell you, hey, you're gonna dance for Chris Brown, like for you to say no. However, I know Chris Brown, an artist like that, he values his artists so much, and
he's a dancer.
His dancers and his choreographers.
No, he's my cousin. I said Christopher Marron. That's me. I'm the Spanish version.
He pays well, and he pays his dancers well. But I'm talking about all the other artists, especially Spanish artists, are the main ones in the industry not paying what they should pay. They're not used to having dancers or none of that. And they don't pay outfits, they don't pay transportation, they don't pay rehearsals.
So you as a CEO have to come up with your own money to do the outfits, do all that stuff?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. it's rough. Like
so
I'm saying.
in the business aspect, because again, we're both business owners.
Yeah.
In the business aspect, wouldn't you add that to whatever you're charging?
I would love to, and I always try to, but they're just going to be like on to the next. Because like I said, there's always going to be a dancer or a model or anything that's going to want to do the project just because it's a big name. So it all comes down to us valuing ourselves as dancers and models and saying no. If we all say no collectively and raise the prices, they would. But there's always going to be someone that says yes for less. That's a sad thing in the industry, but it's something we all struggle with.
Now let me compare this to, the fitness industry, because I'm an expensive guy. I'm not gonna cap. I'm the booty doctor. I'm a toning specialist. I do in-person training, but my books is so full now that I'm an online trainer now. I'm trying to mass produce my services since I'm a phenomenal trainer. And there's always going to be a trainer out there who's a little cheaper, who maybe looks like me but charges a little less, and sometimes as a business owner, just to make a point, I always say that you need to take 3 steps back to move 5 steps forward.
Yeah.
Don't you think that, since you have a point here, like I completely understand. Don't you think as the CEO, you should take the initiative, or maybe even take arguably the lead, to actually start the movement, to just start saying no to fucking Drake, to Chris Brown, to and like, do you do that? Do you not do that? Does your dancers kind of like fight back and just like, yo, like, but I wanna meet Drake,
So I have said no to a lot of big projects that have come in for music videos for me to model in, that I've said no to just because the pay is too little. And at the end of the day, I don't care how big the artist is. I care about my pay, and I care about that I take this professionally. This is all I do. And exposure doesn't pay the bills. So they're always going to hate you with but it's exposure and this and that. They don't tag you. They don't post anything of you. So what exposure am I really getting? You know what I mean? They try to use you. And I'm talking about not the artists. A lot of times don't have anything to do with this. It's more of the management, the directors, and everyone behind the scenes that manage everything and actually hire the talent. So I do say no, and I always advise, my models and my dancers to say no if it's not a good pay, if it's not convenient for them. I've been trying myself with all my bookings to try to get a fair rate for my girls. That's one of my main things when I started this company, was I want them, since I do this myself, I want to get them a good rate. There's a lot of men out there that have casting agencies and they never modeled, and they'll be like, oh, hey, $100 for like all day. And I'm like, what? Who are you to put a price on our job?
Like, do you say that, or do you just like leave them on scene? Like, how does that work? Leave them on
scene, and I don't I don't reply, or I have said before, I'm sorry, thank you for the opportunity, but that's too little bit of pay for me, But I turn the opportunities down unless it's going to really convenient me in a way where we have something planned out, a contract or anything for future jobs or anything, because not all money is good money, but at the same time, not everything is about money. So if you can establish a good network, and like, okay, maybe for this job I'm not going to be getting paid that much, but for future ones I will, and something written, because they can tell you whatever they want through word and then not obey by what they say. So always have a contract, always have something written. And yeah, sometimes even with these clubs or anything, I'll have sort of like a residency, be like, listen, this is my price for a one-time gig, but if we have like a weekly thing, it's less because I'm making more money.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Now, when your company, your girls, or maybe in general, this could be answered in general, when models take a gig, do they take it seriously, or do they just start acting like a groupie?
So there's a lot of different models out there, a lot of different dancers out there, and it's mainly with the models and the dancers. There's a lot that are just groupies. and they will go non-compensated, or when they will go for a little bit of a compensation. I have been on sets where I know what I'm getting paid, and I know I'm getting paid more than them, and I know they're getting paid less because I hear them talking about it, or I saw the post of how much it was posted for. And when they hit me up, I'm like, well, I can do it for this much. So they'll be like, okay, you could do that much, but I know everyone else is not getting paid that much.
So wait. So just pause you right there. So just to be clear, when you're in an event, you're doing a gig or etc. So there's multiple companies working the same gig.
Yeah, a lot. It happens a lot. Where a director or producer will hit up different casting agencies, and there will be different agencies casting the same project. Yeah, it happens. Because each agency has different models, different dancers. There's a lot that are in the industry and work for everyone, but there's a lot that you know that the other one doesn't know. And the good thing about my company, and what I always try to differentiate from all the other agencies around here, is that I have a lot of dancers. And I like booking dancers over models because, like I said, dancers have that movement already in them. And they really, really, really know how to work a camera. They've been taught, like, their whole life worked out to that, to perform for people. They're performing for the camera. They're not just a pretty girl. There's a difference between a pretty girl and a professional.
So that's your sales pitch right there.
Yeah.
So your models, they don't only just take pictures, they dance as well.
Yeah.
So they'll automatically work the camera.
Yes.
Gotcha. Wow. All right. Wow. All right. I see a lot of engagement on Instagram. Let me just
Let's see. Any questions, guys? Any questions you have for me?
I had a lot of questions already. I'm already set up. But all right, smoke some weed, stay away from the hookah crap. Well, I mean, we hookahs, you know.
I'm sorry.
We
Listen,
brown. We Spanish.
Yeah, I'm Cuban, but I'm Dominican by association, and this is my downfall.
Exactly.
I don't really drink that much. I'm drinking today because we in the vibe and stuff. But
Vibes.
I smoke hookah.
Yeah, guys, listen. You know, I have some clients here. This is usually not me. I don't smoke hookah like that. I'm a man of God.
I made him.
I don't usually drink like this. Listen, this is the first episode that I ever do with hookah on the episode. Listen. Guys, previous guests do not get mad, okay, that I have a hookah lit up here and exactly.
Yeah.
If you're going to take anything from this podcast, a closed mouth does not get fed.
Yeah.
I'm going to repeat that again. A closed mouth does not get fed. And that does not only apply to hookah, that applies to your life. So if you want a promotion in your job, fucking open your mouth and ask for a promotion. Boss, Rebecca, little Jimmy, what can I do so I could get paid more? Yeah. So I could feed my kids. Yeah, so I could do this. So, you know what I'm saying?
It even goes hand to hand to what I was saying. They'll hit me up for a gig and they'll tell me the price. And I'm like, I'm sorry, that's too little bit for me. This is what I would do it for. And they say yes. And that's what I'm saying. The other girls would do it for the other price. And I'm over there getting paid more because I asked.
Exactly.
So don't be afraid to stand up for yourself and say what you're worth.
Exactly. A closed mouth does not get fed. If you're just going to say, okay, yes, you know, like then you're going to finish the gig, finish the training program, finish any type of work or business or whatever you do. You're going to go home and you're just going to complain to yourself, complain to your wife, complain to your husband, complain to your significant other and say, hey, listen, you know what? You know, I'm not happy. Why? Because I should have gotten paid more. Well,
speak up,
bro. You should have just opened your mouth then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't hurt.
Exactly.
It never hurts. You can always ask.
Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen?
They say no.
They say no. Okay.
And then you have the decision to say either yes or no.
And then you get exactly. That's sales right there. That's sales 101. You need the leverage. You need to say yes or no. You counter.
They hit you up at the end of the day. They want you.
Exactly. You counter offer. They say no. Okay, Tato, está bien. You walk away, and then guess what? You're gonna get a DM. You're gonna get a message. All right, you know what? I couldn't find another little Jimmy, another Rebecca. And we're going to hire you, and that's it. Yeah, and then guess what? You win.
It's happened to me a lot of times where a lot of clients come hit me up, and they're like, oh, this is our budget. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, with that budget, I can't do what you're asking me for.
Exactly.
And then they
Exactly.
try to go out there and find it. They
Yup.
can't, and then they come back to me.
Yep.
And that's why
listen,
it's last minute, because
Exactly.
they tried already,
Exactly.
you know, all the other options.
And you know what? That's any business. That's not even in personal training. I say, here, this is my price sheet. Oh, well, can you do a bro discount? Can you do a pretty girl discount? No, ma'am. No, sir.
This is a job.
These are my
This
prices.
is, yeah.
I need to feed my kid. I need to feed my dog. He told me that he wants to, you know, go to medical school, be a vet, and you know, my dog needs to just help other dogs. You know, go to medical school.
I feel
you know what I'm saying?
I'm a dog mom too.
Exactly.
I currently don't have any kids, you know, with this industry, not planning yet. But I'm a dog mom, and dogs are expensive, believe it or not. Like, they are. I take care of my dog a lot. I take her to the vet all the time and everything, and it costs money.
Yeah, guys, you know, in all seriousness, like, a closed mouth does not get fed. I'm just going to repeat that again. My agent sent me out many auditions. Thanks, Omar. Appreciate it. This guy, he's hilarious. Serene, shout out to you. Damas, shout out to you. When I used to be on set, most of these people just want the money and meet the celebrities. You are there to work. Exactly,
Groupies.
Omar.
Those are the groupies. Those
Exactly.
are the groupies
Don't
that
be
just
a
want to
groupie.
go and meet the artist. I don't care about
Exactly.
meeting the artist,
No.
because you can do that
You
outside.
want to get paid. Exactly.
You want to get paid, and you want to do the job.
Exactly.
You want to do it well too. That's why I always say it's so important to be a professional.
All right. Since I'm a good host, I ask very good questions.
Yes.
And this is one question that I've always wanted to ask someone of your stature. Since, you know, you're so close to Chris Brown and Drake and Fabulous and El Alfa and J Balvin and Jesus Christ, I'm shit. Bad Bunny, maybe. I don't fucking know.
I've seen him.
All right, so
I've seen him, because we did a concert. When I actually did the El Alfa concert, it was El Alfa concert, it was Anuel, and it was J Balvin. It was all three of the concerts in Prudential Center. And I saw him, you know, go on stage, you know, walk through backstage. Because remember, I'm backstage as well.
Right.
I got to see a lot of artists, Alejandro, Liano, all of them. And we just walk by them.
and you
we
guys
don't even like go up to them. We just walk by them.
yeah, and then they come to you. It's the first name basis. Yo, Cari, come here. Yes, you know. So my question is, what are 3 things models and dancers struggle with?
Yeah. So I'm going to talk from just personal experience.
Please.
A lot of the times, especially as a dancer, we struggle with a lot. Like, we want to be perfect. We were trained our whole life, like, no, it has to look like this. So you have to be like this. So a lot of self-doubt, comes in the way. You always have to audition for the job. You always have to work, you know, be your best self to be able to book the job. So self-doubt can be a little of a headache in the moment. It's very nerve-wracking when you're competing with so many people as well to book the same job. And a lot of times you're competing with your friends, so that's a little bit hard.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, especially because a lot of your friends are friends in the industry. So it's a little bit hard. There's no hate or nothing. It's just a little hard.
Let me ask you this. Because us men, us guys, we're extremely competitive. And you know what? You could argue that women are competitive as well.
Yeah.
But not as much as men. Because men is like, yo,
Yeah.
we'll die to win. Now, does it get a little bit of like, is there saltiness whenever, let's say, you get a gig and your friends doesn't?
I mean, it depends on your relationship with your friends.
Okay.
How it is. I'm always super happy for my friends that booked the jobs that I didn't get, because I'd rather them book it than a stranger. And I know they're going to do the
like
same
that.
job that I did. And I know they're going to, especially the friends that I have around my corner, they have the same beliefs that I do. I know they're going to want to get paid a good rate, and I know they're going to do it good. So that saltiness, it depends on your personality and if you're a bitter person. And you should always analyze, like, damn, what didn't I do for you to fix that and be there and work on yourself as a dancer, as a model.
There you go.
You always have to work on yourself. I mean, all the time. There's always room for improvement. Always, even if you already think you're on top, you already worked with all these people and everything, you're always going to need improvement, because the industry is always changing. The styles are always changing, everything. And you have to work on yourself to be able to book those jobs. So instead of analyzing why did they get the job, you should analyze, why didn't I get the job? and do what you have to do to get the job, because you will do it, and everything is within your time. Maybe you weren't ready for the job. Just like I said, remember the Prudential Center with the MTV Walden thing?
Right.
The whole coronavirus thing came and I didn't get to do it. And then all of a sudden I got hit up last minute for it. That job was meant for me, but it was meant for me at my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hopefully one day I'll be on the stage instead of the audience, you know?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
we're both
manifest,
accomplished. We're both accomplished wild and out people. You know what I'm saying?
And it's gonna work out.
I feel. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Now, since this is a controversial podcast, you know, I'm known to ask spicy questions.
Yes. Okay.
All right, we're gonna get. This is a spicy section of the podcast here. This is a good question. What do you think about the body acceptance movement? Yeah, drink your tequila, girl.
Okay, so I actually do think it's a really good movement, you
Yeah?
know, that has been going on, and I'm really happy that they are doing that and they're trying to accept all bodies. And I try to do it in my own company. I always try to book, you know, different girls, and especially what the client, you know, asks for. And me, since before, I've always wanted to model. However, I'm 5'4". They always ask for 5'7" and up. So I've never been able, or at least I closed my doors down to being on a runway or anything, because I'm not the height. And now that they're opening up for more body types, more measurements and everything, it's a good movement. I really do think that, you know, like, especially in women, I don't think men struggle with this as much. But we worry about our self-image a lot. Like, even me, a lot of people tell me, like, damn, you're skinny. You have the perfect figure. You know, have the hourglass and everything. Why are you so worried? But we go through our times. We go through our little depression, our hormones and everything, where we don't look how we want to be. And I wonder to myself, like, damn, do I want to look this way for everyone and for these jobs? Or do I want to look this way for me? You know?
And what's the answer?
I'm still trying to figure that out. I struggle a lot with going to the gym. You know, we previously spoke about that. I struggle a lot with keeping a maintenance just because I'm always so busy and work, and I have to be able to keep that habit, you know, change that mindset and be able to go to the gym a lot, you know, work out and eat healthy and all that. But it's hard, and I do sometimes feel like, damn, I'm getting a little bit thicker and all this. But
don't you, let me push back. Because we could always, you know, disagree on my podcast.
Yeah.
My podcast. Don't you think it's a little unfair that, like, you would have to bust your ass at the gym when Patty from, like, HR got a gig or got to be in a cover magazine of, like, Victoria's Secret or fucking Sports Illustrated, when you worked hard for your body? And Patty has been eating McDonald's 24/7, and she got a cover of a magazine. Like, don't you think that's a little unfair? Or at least maybe in general, maybe not specifically you because you're an angel, but maybe like just in general, just, you know, 9 out of 10 women, wouldn't they have like some type of like, yo, Patty doesn't fucking deserve it. I do.
I mean, this goes back to what we were talking about, that the job that you're gonna book was meant for you. And the client is always looking for something in specific. So maybe this was like a plus model kind of gig, not the gig of my body type. So I can't get mad at that. And maybe this was her one chance opportunity, you know, that Patty got to live out her dreams. So I can't be like hateful or anything towards her. To be happy for her, happy for all the other girls. I know a lot of bigger girls struggle a lot because they have all these dreams that they can't do because before they were limited. They were like, you have to look a certain way to be able to do it. So I've been working myself out in the gym to book the jobs that I want, and I will get them. And that was the job for her.
So you're a little bit more about what's destined for you instead of just the hard work.
Yes. I truly do believe that what is meant for you will come for you at the correct moment. That's one of the most important things, at the right moment. Because you never know the mental, you know, stability that you're in or not, and if you can handle the job, and if you're gonna actually feel happy at the job. I've booked gigs that are my dream jobs, and I mentally wasn't right for it.
So let me ask you this: what is like a dream gig or dream position that you always wished to get?
Yeah. So when it comes to dance, I have like a little bit of a limited dreams. My main thing is I want to dance for Raúl Alejandro. I love his music.
Perfect, great. So what if, Mr. Alejandro was like, you know what, I'm looking for XYZ, and you were in the final option position where it was you over someone who's obese, overweight, etc., and you lose it to her. Like, the competitiveness within a woman, because again, we both agreed that women are competitive as well.
Yeah.
Anything inside you would just be like, yo, like that's not fucking fair.
I mean, so the only artist right now that I see really doing this is Bad Bunny. Shout out to him. Like, he's really being diverse with his dancers. He's getting all shapes and sizes. I get you. What about Alejandro? I haven't seen that in other artists. But this is a hypothetical. So with Raúl Alejandro, if he were to book that one girl, it wouldn't be all girls. It would be just one. So I would be happy for her. I would be more competitive to the girls that look like me than towards her. Shit, you're an angel, girl. I'd be fucking pissed. Listen, if Raúl Alejandro announced that, listen, I'm looking for a good-looking, bald, Hispanic man to dance in the background, and I lose it to fucking, I don't know, Juan, who's like over 600 pounds, I'm gonna be salty as fuck. Imagine though, like, I can book that again, and for thicker girls, it's harder. It's harder for them to be requested. Why is that? Because like I said, like there's the standard image of a dancer. That's you have to. I'm even a little bit thicker to believe it or not, for a dancer's image. No, you're not. For the dancer's image, yes. For a dancer's image. At least what it used to be back then. Yeah. What it used to be, maybe. When I was doing ballet, it was really hard. And I was even skinnier back then than what I am now. Yeah. My thighs, my hips, they're always like, suck it in. I'm like, I can't. Like, this is what I got. I can't suck it anymore. Sucking your ass and your legs, girl. That used to like this tall, at least 5'7" figure, really skinny. And I'm really happy because I'm a curvy girl. Even though I'm, like, I have that figure, I'm still a curvy girl, and I'm happy that they're doing this movement and that we get a chance. I know Lizzo as well, at least in like the, more English industry. She's doing that. All the dancers that she books are like big curvy girls, and I love that. All right. Shout out to Kev, John, Omar. If I looked as good as she did, I'd be booking gigs all day and night. Okay. All right, Omar. Thanks. I do. All right. Shout out to you, Omar. Andrea, I appreciate you. Kevin, I appreciate you. Steph, appreciate you. Danny, appreciate you. Amare, appreciate you. MJ Fitness, I appreciate you. All right. Okay, so let's get into relationships. Okay. You're married. Yes, I am. He's a dancer. Yes, he is. He dances better than you, but you twerk better than him. Yeah. Now, how is it like being married to a dancer that collabs with you? You told me like extremely often in events, right? Yeah. How is that? He is my right hand. Shout out to you. Shout out to my What's husband. His name? Teddy. Shout out to you, Teddy. Yeah. Appreciate you. He helps me with everything that I need. Like, let's just say I got too many projects in my head right now and I can't handle everything. I'll be like, hey, babe, can you please choreograph for this one? And then I'll look over it and, do my modifications or anything. And we kind of like separate with the jobs that I have. He helps me out a lot. But the best thing about being married to a dancer is that he's in the industry and he understands as well as I do. Like, if he's ever booked for Jennifer Lopez or anything, he has to grind with her and dance with her. I'm going to understand that it's just a job. Like, it's okay. And you don't get the itch like, yo, bitch, stop twerking. I don't. No? Like, I'm happy for him. Like, it's Jennifer Lopez. It's a one-time thing. Like, live out your dream. Go. Well, no. Go grind on her. Listen. I'm not going to cap. Like, J-Lo's sexy,
for her age?
Rihanna, Beyonce, anyone, you know,
Like Karol G, Becky G. You'd be okay with that?
If he actually just danced for La Pelvenza, like,
yeah.
3 months ago. Yeah, he went to Miami to go perform with her, and I was like,
damn, Teddy.
And she's known for like really twerking on her dancers. She only has male dancers.
Oh shit.
And I was like, go live out your dream, babe. Like, as long as you're just doing it on the stage.
La Pelvenza, listen. If you're looking for a bald Spanish guy to dance, listen. I'm Christopher Marron. Shout out. All right, no, I'm sure good. Does he get jealous though?
No, I mean
he doesn't get jealous at all.
There's boundaries. Like, as long as I'm doing it in a professional setting, if I'm in a music video and I'm getting told I have to be in lingerie, he's like, okay, wear your nipple covers and stuff like that. Like, you can show whatever you want, but like, be covered. Sometimes in music videos, a lot they ask the models to be in lingerie and like feel up on the artist and be close to them. He's like, as long as it's there in the camera and then you're not hanging out with them after, like, you know. We have a lot of trust in our relationship, and we know that what we do, like, this is our job. Like, we're meant to look sexy on camera, and that's it. So it really helps out that I have someone in the industry that understands that, and he met me like this, so you can't expect me to change.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Because you know, I've always said, hypothetically, like if I were to ever date a stripper, and I were to wife her up, and I want to marry her.
You can't change her. I
can't. Listen, I can't.
Be okay with her.
I met her as a stripper. I can't be mad at her job and tell her to change her job. Okay,
it's a job at the end of the day.
I gotta accept the fact
whatever
that
she's doing is to make that money as a job.
Right. Unless I take care of her. Unless I take care of her.
But you never know if that's really what she likes to do and what she enjoys. You know, a lot of times, like for women, it's not just about the financial. Like, at least for me, I love what I do. I love modeling. I love dancing. I love being in front of a camera. I love performing for other people. And I realized that at a really young age when I loved to entertain and just feel the music and just move, you know? So I wouldn't see myself doing any other line of work. That's why when I was doing public relations and working in an office, I was like, what the heck? This is not for me.
Yeah. Like, where's the music? I'm trying to move.
Yeah. Like, I need to be on camera. I love being on camera. So.
But this is your first podcast, right?
This is my first podcast. Right. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm talking about camera with like music videos and stuff like that, performances.
Right.
And he knows that about me. So if he takes that out of me, he knows that I would be unhappy and I wouldn't really be me with him. I would feel like a resentment or something, and our relationship wouldn't go where it has to go. So before I was married to him, I have had boyfriends, you know, in the past or
Were they
anything.
jealous?
Yeah, all the time. And I even get a lot of dancers, a lot of models that do have boyfriends that are not in the industry, and they come to me for advice, and they're like, how is your husband okay with all of this? Like, how? And I'm like, he just understands this is my job, and I keep it very professional. Whenever an artist or a manager or anyone comes up to me and wants my number or wants my Instagram, he knows that I'm going to give it to them to network. And I always even tell like the people on set when they ask me for everything, they're like, oh, can I get? I'm like, yeah, of course. As long as it's business, like I will go lunch. I will go breakfast with you or anything. But don't try to take me out to dinner. Don't try to take me out. Like, you know,
so only lunch.
Yeah.
Or breakfast, no dinner.
If it's business talk, like if you're really trying to talk to me about business, and I just like, oh, let's take out a lunch, and then there's nothing in the plans. Like, I always try to keep it very professional, and I say that from the beginning when I give them my contact. A lot of the times they're not gonna keep it professional, but I can tell their intentions. So when I tell their intentions, I just simply ignore it because I know. And they might be a big person, they might be like a good opportunity, but I'm not gonna go that way because they're just trying to use me. Like a lot of these people, a lot of these men in the industry, they will always try to get at the girls and take advantage of them.
Now, I'm not gonna put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Okay. How long you guys been together?
Married 3 years.
Been together?
Like around 4 or 5.
4 or 5. Okay. All right. And you were dancing.
We met when we did the El Alfa gig. We were in a rehearsal.
Okay, so
that's how we met.
Right,
we met dancing.
So you've been married or committed to him for your whole professional career.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Shit, I can't ask you that question now. On and off, or just straight?
Straight. Ever since we met, we've literally been straight. Like,
God damn it.
I think we've only been when I went to the Dominican Republic for like 2 weeks to be able to meet his family and meet everyone, and I went without him, that was the only time we were apart. Like, we're always together. We moved in right away. We got our apartment together. We've shared our whole life together ever since we met.
Wow. Well, damn.
It just clicked. It clicked. When you know,
Listen,
you know.
Yeah, exactly. All right, then let me, you know what? Let me ask you this question. All right, in general, not involving you, because you're an angel. You're perfect. You're .001.
We're never perfect.
You're
no one is perfect.
.001. Okay, relationship wise. All right. Let's say people in the industry. Is it very common for them to hook up with people in their line of work?
Yes, because
Extremely.
those are the people you're around with. So those are the people they always try to hit on. Like, you see a girl there, or a girl sees a guy there, and
all right. So even if they're, like, let's say in a committed relationship, like, listen, you don't have to say any names, but you could just you can nod, you can say yeah, you can say no. Even if they're in a committed relationship, would you hear stories like, oh, she hooked up with fucking, I don't know, French Montana or whatever? You know what I'm saying?
It depends. If you're a groupie, you're there for that. You're there to make that connection and do that.
And
if you're a professional, you're
and for
there to
people who are
network.
just tuning in right now, there's a lot of women that are groupies in your industry.
Yes.
So it's extremely common.
And they're the ones ruining the business when it comes to payment and all of that.
Listen, yeah. I could relate, because there's this thing where people judge personal trainers for hooking up with their clients.
Okay.
All right. And it's the same thing with us. Like, I've been in this career in this fitness industry for more than 10 years now. I'm going on 11 now.
Nice.
Now, client wise, there's technicalities here, because I'm not gonna cap either. There's technicalities. Current clients at the moment, or during that time when they're current clients, I would never ever hook up with those women. Guys, I don't go that way, but like with those women, I train mostly women. I would not. Now, let's say down the line, after a few years, when they're not involved in training, like, would we go out to eat or would we go on dates? Yeah, sure, no problem. But I could relate, because there's this stigma where personal trainers are fuckboys, personal trainers hook up with their clients, etc. But not me, guys. Like, listen, if you're not on contract, you might have a .01 chance with me. But if you're on contract, no, there's no way. Like, it's money, man. Like, you're my money.
It's always best that
it's business.
Whenever you have a business with someone, to keep it strictly business.
Exactly.
Always.
Now, all right, so let me ask you this now then, especially since you said that. You guys worked together, you guys met on set.
Yeah.
How did you apply that mentality with a dancer who I don't know, I'm assuming you danced with or whatever? Like, was that like, whoa, listen, I don't get involved with anyone in my business, and then like maybe he kind of played his game and he just kind of convinced you?
He was actually the first dancer that I was with or tried to pursue something romantically with.
You pursued, not him.
We both pursued.
Yeah. You got to pick one though. Someone had to make the first move.
So when I first saw him, I was like, he looks good. And I was like, I've never been with a dancer. Like, I was always wondering. And he was friends with all of my friends. Okay. And I was just like, kind of like, pitching to my friends, like, oh. And then he was pitching to my same friends, because they're friends with me.
Okay.
And that's how we kind of like heard about it, because my friend, when I was like talking to them, they were like, oh, well, he's kind of asking about you and stuff. And it was like, oh, but I was asking about him. And then like
who made the first move?
Hey, he did.
He did?
Yeah.
Obviously. All right. And what did he do?
I think he asked me to go on a date, and I was on vacation at the time. I was in Miami. And he saw me in Miami. He's like, damn, you out there without me and stuff like that. When you come back, like, let's go out and stuff. And this was after, we had the rehearsals and we had the show and everything. And that's when, like, we became friends at first, because, we got along right away. We were friends for a while, and it started clicking. It started becoming
in general, do you
more.
prefer being in a relationship in general?
Yeah.
Not specifically with him. Do you prefer starting off in a friendship or starting off dating?
I prefer starting off from a friendship, because all of the past relationships I've had, I've started off as dating, and they've never really gone the way it's supposed to.
In what way?
In the way that you just kind of like jump into everything so quickly in the dating world, and you don't really get to know each other.
What do you mean, like one night stand, and then all of a sudden you got
yeah, but not just that. Like you meet that person with the intention of dating them. You don't meet that person with the intention of friendship. You know, and when you meet someone in the intention of friendship, you kind of like let loose differently. You let loose like if it was your friend. You really like show who you are. And when you're kind of like dating someone, at least for a girl, you're always trying to like, you know, trying to appeal to the guy and trying to look good and be this and that. And you kind of like front a little bit. And when you're in a friendship, you don't front that much. You're just you. And that person gets to see you as you, and then vice versa. You get to see that person as them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it worked out for me for the best, like getting to be friends at first and really.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you mean, but it makes sense. Like, I've never became friends with someone and then wifed them up.
Okay.
You know, like, because at the end of the day, you have to understand a man's intention. We're not going to just be your friends just because, oh, you know, like, I just want to be your friend. Like, no, like, at the end of the day, we're trying to fuck or we're trying to wife you up.
Yeah. You
know, we're not trying to, like, go out with you as friends, high five you in the middle of the club or high five you in the dinner. Like, no, like shit's expensive having a girl. I mean, you know, so I'm not gonna be paying.
It depends what kind of girl.
What do you mean?
Like, believe it or not, like, this is for all the guys out there. If you're watching,
please educate them.
Please, I gotta educate you because you guys have this mindset of girls, and at least the girls that really want a relationship and everything, they don't care about the money. They don't care about where you take them or anything. They care about your quality time. That's one of the big things for women, especially for me and around my group of women. We love quality time.
So on a first date, if a man tells you, yo, you're paying for this check, that's okay?
I mean,
because I'm pretty sure.
Or half. It depends. It's
even
happened to me before.
Listen, even half. And what happened to that guy that happened before?
My ex-boyfriend before my husband, we dated for like 3 years. And the first date, he was like, listen, I'm all about women empowerment and everything. I can pay for the check, but I want to give you the decision to do whatever you want to do because I don't ever want to make decisions for you and be like, hey, look, I'm just going to pay for the check. Like and he was like, this was the first date. He was like, you have the option. Like, you want to split it half. You want me to pay for it.
And what did you say?
Well, I'm the type of woman, I hate when like people pay for me or take me out, stuff like that. I always want to be like the boss. Like, I want to be like that. I'm that kind of girl. Like, I make decisions. Okay, all right. I was like, I want to do half.
Let me push a little bit then. Who wears the pants in your relationship?
Me.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. All right.
Yeah, I'm a Scorpio. He's a Pisces. So I handle everything.
Oh, shit.
And he kind of just adds to it.
All right.
And he's okay with it, which I love that.
Okay, it makes sense.
I can't be with someone that also wants to wear the pants in the relationship. I can't. I've been used to that. My mom, seeing my parents grow up, they've been together for like 40 years. They've been together their whole life. And my mom wears the pants in the relationships. My mom handles everything what has to do with finances or anything in the house. And whenever even I wanted to go out or anything, he's like, I don't know, ask your mom. Like, my dad never had a say in the house. He was like, ask your mom. Straight up. He never even knew anything like about. He was just like, I don't know, it's your mom.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, like, it just I'm in awe right now because I'm just kind of like, yo, like, I'm a traditional guy. I'm a very, conservative. Like, I always think that a guy needs to just lead in a relationship.
Yeah, but we're smarter than you guys.
Maybe in specific ways, like raising children specifically. No. Yeah, maybe, but.
Even in finances, like you guys are hard workers and you guys make your money, but we're the ones that know where to put it towards. Like, we think ahead, we don't think in the moment.
All right, let me ask you.
We analyze more.
I got you. No. Analyze, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I could agree with that. But let me ask you this then: who are the main consumers in the market right now in let's say clothing, in consumer products, etc.? It's not men.
Women.
So then wouldn't you argue that women spend more money with those companies than men?
I would. Yeah.
So then wouldn't you argue then that men are a little bit more responsible with money than women?
Okay, so let's put it out this way. Women need more stuff than men. What do you have to do? Like, as appealing. You have to get your hair cut, get your clothes, your stuff, and that's it. See, the market is already like tend to market towards women. I need to buy my makeup. It's expensive, and it's a lot of products into my makeup. Right. My skincare. Men don't have the same skincare as women. My hair products.
You're completely right. I literally just... Listen, I just splash water in my face, and like this is what you get. No breakouts.
Yeah, I have like a 10-step
I don't do
routine.
masks. I don't do scrubs.
My routine is
listen.
I had
I had a client cancel her training session. You know who you are. She canceled her training session this past weekend. She was like, "Yo, listen, I'm having a facial. I can't sweat."
No, yeah. I mean, I just got my eyebrows tattooed.
Okay.
And she told me you can't work out for 3 days, 10 days. You can't put or nothing. When I do my facials, my microblading, because I suffer from acne for a long time. And when I do my microblading, I can't sweat for 3 days. Even like when I have rehearsals and stuff, it was so complicated. When I do laser, I can't sweat. There's a lot. There's a lot that goes into women. Like I'm saying, our maintenance is different than a man's maintenance. Like, see, you guys want us all shaved and all that. That's either Brazilian or laser.
No, you're right. I don't want to see fucking a werewolf in the bed.
Exactly. That's expensive.
Yeah.
Our lashes, our nails. Like you want to see us. Like I like to keep it natural. I don't do my nails that often, but that's expensive. A lot. Like it's a lot of maintenance when it comes to women.
But when you get wifed up, or when you're in a relationship, wouldn't you argue like a guy should be paying for that shit? So then,
no, he should. I mean, though I don't know how other relationships do it, but the way that me and him do is that we split everything half, as the fact that our money, like whatever I make is his money, and whatever he makes is my money. So
I would argue. Listen, you're different.
Yeah.
But I think most relationships, when women start making their money, it's their money, and a guy has no say in their money.
Yeah,
you correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I mean I do it differently because he works as hard as I do.
Right, because you're an exception. You understand the business. But most relationships, when men make their money, they're thinking about, all right, how can I produce? How can I bring income? How can I maintain my family? How can I maintain my girl at home? How can I maintain my dog? How can I maintain my kids, etc.?
Yeah, and that's definitely something that he always talks to me about, like his worries and stuff, and he wants to like provide for me. And I tell him like, it's okay, you don't have to provide for me. I can provide for myself. Even though you do, like, don't stress it that much. That's always like a thing in the man's mind. They want to be the breadwinner in the house. They want to.
And you don't want that.
It's not that I don't want that, but I don't need that because I can be my own breadwinner. Like I said.
Do you prefer it?
It depends. Like I'm going to get to a certain age when I'm going to be tired. And I don't want to be working as much as I do now. Like, luckily, I'm healthy. I'm young. I'm 25 years old. And I get, you saw my crazy weekends where I'm working like the whole day. I have 3, 4, 5 gigs in one day.
Yeah, we were on a call and you were on the way to a gig, right?
Yeah. That day they actually called me for a gig, and I was like, you know what? Like, I can't make it. Let me just not go, because they called me too last minute. But I had a gig later on in the night, so it happens a lot.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know what, Cari? You know what? I just need to accept that you're an exception. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like most women.
Nowadays,
I don't think they're responsible with money.
There's been this whole movement where girls just want everything like paid for. Like if you're with them,
like that's why they're sugar daddies.
You're like, go pay for my rent, pay for this and that. But I've never been that type of woman, and luckily I've been around.
You're different.
I've been around women just like me, where they've been in Hispanic households where, damn, like I want to have my own stuff. I don't want you to own me because. Like, just because you paid for this, you think you have this leverage over me or this. Like, I have my own ego. I'm, like I said, I'm healthy. I'm young. I can work for my own money. I want to be my CEO. I want to be my everything. I don't need you.
I got you.
If I want you, I'm going to have you, but I don't need you, especially for finances.
Is that something that a guy would want to hear?
No, it literally turns down their ego and their manhood and everything, because
So then
a
what
man.
so then what do you want to like? Would you want to like really push that out there and just make it known?
It's me, so I can't change it.
Shit, that's crazy. No. But you know what? You justified it because
Yeah.
you even said, and I'm sure since you're here and you're willing to share things, like he's okay with you wearing pants.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Listen, it is
He's
what it is.
completely okay, and
Hey.
that's why we get along so well.
Yeah, I feel you. All right. I got questions.
Yes, let's go. I got answers.
Short answers. Okay, you don't have to give me a long paragraph because we're closing up here. But we got questions here from Instagram. Let me just see if I got any last minute questions here from other people. Yeah, no, those are fuck boys, fuck girls. Yeah, no. All right, no, okay. All right. How do you deal with disappointment?
How do I deal with disappointment? So I dwell over it at the beginning. I let myself be sad. I have to let myself feel those emotions to get rid of them. And after I get rid of them, I say, okay, why did I get disappointed? What can I do to change it to not get disappointed on it? And I work on it.
How I handle it is I allow myself to get upset.
Yeah.
5 minutes tops. That's my rule. 5 minutes, that's my cap. And like beyond 5 minutes, I just need to get over it and just get through it. I'm not gonna complain about it. I'm not gonna do it. 5 minutes, I'm fucking cursing anyone out that's around me.
Okay.
But beyond that, it's like I gotta get over it. That's it. Moving on. All right. What's your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure. One that I've been dealing with right now has to definitely be eating a lot. Just because, like I told you, I want to be able to be on that fitness journey.
Yeah, no, you want to train with Abarca Fitness. We spoke about that.
I do.
You want to be part of the community? We'll talk about that off camera.
Yes.
All right. I don't want anyone listening to that.
I eat very unhealthy just because of the schedules that I
Right.
do. Like just last night, I finished my gig. I got home at 4:00 in the morning, and
You like that chimmy? You told me that, right?
Yeah, I'm rushing to like what I want to eat. Oh, there's a chimmy truck available, so I'll eat a chimmy and go to sleep. Like that's so unhealthy.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. My guilty pleasure. Listen, I'm a huge ice cream lover. I love ice cream. Okay, I fucking love ice cream. So what I try to do is trick my mind into ordering like an acai bowl that's like cold with fruit, and I'm like, you know what? This is like a shitty way to have, or trick my mind to have ice cream, but like it's something. It's close to ice cream. So at least like in my mind I'm having some type of fruit or whatever. But that's my guilty pleasure. I fucking love ice cream.
I love the dulce de leche from what's that brand? I forgot the brand.
Ben and Jerry's?
No, the other one.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Ben and Jerry's.
Dulce de leche is my favorite.
Strawberry cheesecake, Ben and Jerry's. Shout out to you. I fucking love that. And I'm half Peruvian, so I like lucuma. I don't know if you ever tried.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it'll change your life. What was the most embarrassing moment in your life?
Most embarrassing moment in my life. Oh my God.
Most embarrassing. Off the top of your head, go.
That's hard. That's a hard one to just think. Okay, so actually the first time that I met my husband, so I don't think I want to say this on camera, but I'm going to say it.
Fuck it.
I burp like a dinosaur.
You were?
I burp like a dinosaur.
Oh shit, that's the biggest turn off for me.
I do.
All right.
So I burp
She
really
said
loudly.
dinosaur.
And the first time that I met my husband, I actually burped super loudly because I was super comfortable with all of my friends and everything. And he was the only new one there. And I burped so loudly, so insanely. He was like, what? So that was my craziest, embarrassing moment.
So he was just like, yo, whose man's is that?
Yeah.
That's OD. All right. My most embarrassing moment in my life. Shit. Listen, you know what? I'm gonna break the ice here because I feel like that was just the most conservative answer ever. This has happened to every man, and if this never happened to any of you guys, like that's cap and you're lying. Like just when you're with your girl or with a girl, it was one time. Yo, my little Jimmy couldn't wake up. You know, it is what it is. It happens. Like
I mean, it happens for men.
It happens.
Yeah.
Like listen, if y'all gonna roast me on the chat or whatever, like listen, it happens to the best, to the top
you're
guys.
Gonna kill me, but I actually might be going through my most embarrassing moment right now if I don't go to the bathroom. You're gonna kill me.
Okay.
Yeah, like ASAP.
What do you mean?
Too much.
You gotta go right now?
Yeah. I might go through my most embarrassing moment.
Like right now.
Like right now.
Well, if you want, you could go and I'll just entertain the chat. Go ahead.
Entertain.
Go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
All right. Cari needs to take a shit, guys.
No, I have to pee so badly. I've been holding it. That's why I've been so fidgety. Like,
no, go ahead.
I'm over here moving like.
Go ahead.
I told you I had a short bladder.
You have 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
All right, guys. I'm just gonna engage with everyone here, just cause my guest needs to go to the bathroom. It's fine. Anna, shout out to you. Danny, shout out to you. Lopez, that's Lopez. Shout out to you. Sarah, shout out to you. Linnell, shout out to you. Judith, I know why you laughing. Vitamin Shop, shout out to you. Riverdale, New Jersey. All right, shout out to you. James Bond, yo, bro. I haven't fucking spoke to you in so long, bro. Hope all is well. Yeah, yo, bro. My man's James. I don't know if you guys ever heard of shit. What's that podcast called? Call Her Daddy. My boy James has gone to school. I don't know if it's high school or college with the Call Your Daddy podcast girls. Both of them. I think one of them is Sarah. The other one I forgot. The blonde one and the brunette. They've actually gone to school together, and he knows them personally. Yo, James. Yo, that's crazy. Sanette, I just had her just the other day.
Baby, hello.
Yeah, she was busy just taking a shit, Sanette. Can you believe that?
Let me tell you, my bladder is so short. I've been talking to you this whole time, like just moving around, fidgeting. I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to tell him that I have to go to the bathroom? I was like, oh my God, let me just wait. But I really couldn't.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
listen, I had to break the ice and answer a question that I wasn't comfortable with, but it is what it is. What's better, hugs or kisses?
Kisses.
Kisses.
I love kisses.
What do you do to get over breakups?
What do I do to get over breakups?
Quick.
Okay, so.
Don't think.
Yeah, but I have to think what I do because every breakup is different.
What do you mean? There has to be a general. Listen, all right. Let me answer. Listen, the best, at least for a guy, the best thing to do to get over a breakup is get on top of another girl. That's it.
Yeah, not for a girl. Like when you get over a breakup, like you don't want to know about men at the moment. You want to live your best life. You want to go out with your girls. You want to talk with your girls.
To attract men.
No, for yourself. For
Yo,
yourself.
oh my God, this
yourself.
is crazy.
Enjoy, like being alone. Like when we just get over a breakup, you really want to enjoy being alone and be like, damn, I didn't need him. I don't need any man. I got myself.
What? All right,
I'm talking about from personal experience.
So going out with your girls. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but
girls' night.
It doesn't even have to be a club. It
girls'
could be
night.
anywhere.
Girls'
it could
night.
be dinner. It could be us going out on like I don't know. Six Flags or anything.
Let me ask you this, because we're in the second to last question.
Let's go.
Let me ask you this: what's the point of a girls' night?
The point of a girls' night is
please.
to really vibe out with your girls. Like the energy that you give out to your girls are different than when you're with men. Like when you're out with your girls, you really get to be you. You really get to like enjoy the night, drink, not worry about men trying to hit on you or like a man trying to be with you. Like you're just in your element.
What are you trying to do in a girls' night though?
Have fun with your girls.
Have fun doing what?
Dancing, drinking, eating.
That's perfect. Great. Perfect.
Whatever you're doing.
So on a girls' night, wouldn't you argue that instead of going to a lounge, going to a restaurant, going to a club, you could have a girls' night at home. You could dance, have hookah, have drinks at home.
That's what I like to do.
All
right.
That's
what I like to do.
Again, we established, Cari, that you're different. You're .01. You're a .01 girl. But most women on a girls' night, they like to go to a club with the girls and try to see if they can kind of like, they could see if they still got it.
Yeah.
Don't cap.
I'm not gonna disagree with you.
Please.
Because I have friends that do that.
Yeah. I know. I know women. God damn. All right. What do you do for? All right. What's your favorite sex position?
My favorite sex position. Definitely doggy.
Doggy. Great. All right. So I'm going to share this and you guys could take notes. I love doggy. But my favorite position, and I've been very, very my feedback has been very, very good with this position.
Okay.
There's this position where one leg is on my shoulder, the other leg is like between my legs. She's almost like in a split position. Okay. I'm piping her down, breaking her back, and I have my loose hands, whether it's on the left or right, doesn't matter, depending on the leg side. You know, whether her leg is on the right or left.
Holding her.
My hands could just go right for the throat.
Okay.
Because they like to get choked. You know what I mean?
Not all women.
Okay, so 9 times out of 10, at least all in general, because I'm a man of God. This is back in the day when I used to be a puta. Like my hand would be available for the choking purposes, but you know it would be a split position, and you know you'd be surprised. A lot of women are very flexible. But that's my favorite position, just because I like feedback. You know, when she's singing, like I like that, right? What's the biggest turnoff?
The biggest turnoff is definitely a thirsty guy.
Thirsty guy.
Yeah.
Like what makes them thirsty?
Just like hitting you up 24/7.
Like what you doing?
Telling
Where you
how
at?
beautiful you are, and like,
so you want to be called ugly?
No, I don't want to be called ugly, but I don't want you telling me all like I know it's all talk.
Like
So
I know I'm beautiful. Shut the fuck up.
Not even like that. Like you could say it like once or twice, but you know, like en español it's like como que enchulean mucho, like when it's too much. So when you're just like,
well, like
educate
the boys or the simps out there. Like what's
if you like a girl, just be straight up with her from the beginning.
Straight
and
up.
That's it.
Straight
you
up.
You don't have to like talk a whole dream to her. The girls know when you're talking a whole dream. Number one.
Straight up. So like if I'm just trying to hit, or be like, yo, I'm just trying to hit.
Oh my God, you're the most beautiful world in the world. Like, bro, like, come on. That's all talk. Like, just be straight up. What you want to do? You don't know if the girl, that's what she wants to do too. You don't have to talk up a dream to do what you have to do. Because most of the time, the girl just wants to fuck too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't want a whole relationship. So you don't have to make her believe you want a relationship. And that's the misconception that guys have.
Shit.
They want to, like, try to, like, lure you into a relationship and then, like, misconduct the whole thing, you know? And that's a turn off for girls.
Wow, I didn't know that. I'm a man of God, so I don't do that.
Be straight up. Especially with the women nowadays. Be straight up. That's going to get you. Someone be like, look, I think you're fine, girl. What you want to do? And that's it.
That's it.
That's it. You don't
and that works.
Like, it does.
Yeah?
It does.
That's work for you?
I mean, yeah. That's the girls that the guys that are like super on me, like I'm gonna ignore you. Like it's too much.
Yeah. So treat them like shit, guys.
Don't treat them like shit.
Oh no! Don't treat
them like shit. No. But be straight up. Like, don't talk a whole dream. Don't lie to them. Don't tell them you want a relationship when you just want to fuck.
Facts.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, because half of the time the girls don't want a relationship either. They just want to have
that's
a companionship to be with, and that's it.
Oh, that's crazy. Last question. What do you consider cheating for a man?
Cheating for a man is anything that you don't speak to your woman about. At least for me.
So if your man's
So we're married. We're gonna be together for life.
Right.
So if he ever has some sort of feeling,
yeah.
As soon as he feels it and he doesn't tell me about it, he's cheating.
That's cheating.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't even act upon it.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
Yeah. You're doing it in your mind. You're thinking about it. You want to do it. And you're just stopping yourself because of what should be. And not because you don't want to. As soon as you have the desire to do it, you're cheating. So if you tell me about the desire, then we can figure out a way of what to do with that desire. You don't know what kind of girl I am. You don't know if I'm going to let you have the desire or find it something, you know?
So
but if you go act upon it.
So what if your man's just like, yo, like, I'm having this feeling for a threesome?
I mean, it depends. How many years have we been together? Like, am I going to allow, you know, like, it depends. I'm a very open person. I never say no to anything. And I want to be there for my man. And I want to, you know, give him the best life that he can, especially sex life, because after you're married with someone for so many years, it gets boring. So I prefer honesty over anything. As soon as you're not honest with me, I consider it cheating.
All right. So it's just the honesty part. So
yeah.
So would you, let's say hypothetically, in a hypothetical world, because I don't want to put your man's on the spot. In a hypothetical world, if he asked you, hey, listen, I want to have sex with another girl, would you let him?
Depends. I'm not saying no to it.
Okay.
But I'm not saying yes.
Cool.
So it depends.
Right. Shit. All right. Listen, most that's why you're special. Most girls will say no. Nigga, da, 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 da. No. Like,
the thing is that most girls at the time as well, imagine being, like, you got to put yourself in their position. Imagine being with the same guy for the rest of your life. There's a difference between being life partners and sex partners.
It's like, different for a guy, though.
Together.
It's different for a guy. Don't you think, like, a guy could just have, like, I could love a woman, you know, but, like, having sex for a guy is just completely like, it's less emotional.
It's misconception. Girls definitely are emotional, but at the same time, they want pleasure as well.
But can women, like, detach or separate emotion from sex?
Yes.
Oh shit, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Wow. I'm over here thinking like everybody's in love with me.
No.
Oh shit, nobody's.
No, there's some women that really just want the pleasure, and a lot of these men,
I'm lonely.
They think they know what they're doing, but they're not.
Oh my god.
And they really don't get the pleasure out.
And she's guys, she's talking about in general men, not me specifically. All right. Closing thoughts, Cari. Listen, it's been a pleasure. We got the hookah here again. Closed mouths do not get fed. You wanted a hookah, I got your hookah.
Thank you.
You wanted drinks, I got you drinks. Closing thoughts, like what you think about the podcast. Any message that you want to say to the followers? Watchers, audience?
It was my pleasure. Again, I want to thank you for having me here. I was super excited to talk about my life, talk about my experience in the industry and what I do. So thank you for giving me the platform of speaking about it. And yeah, clients, hit me up. I have all kinds of entertainment for you, whatever you need. My Instagram is Caridad9 Entertainment. And my personal Instagram is Caridad9. It's spelled CARIDADNAI. Models, dancers, talents, whatever you do. If you're an aerialist, a pole dancer, whatever.
And you're looking for them, right? You're looking for the models, dancers, the clients, etc.
Trust me, my clients always want new faces.
What do they need to do if they want to be on you?
Reach out to me. Just reach out to me. Yeah, DM. Reach out to me, and I will have you in a group chat where I post all of the opportunities that I have for jobs, and you submit to them. And if the client picks you, you're picked. So
all shapes and sizes too, right?
All shapes and sizes.
That's crazy. Exactly, guys. Yeah, I mean, hit her up. Like all her tags on Instagram, all her tags on TikTok, etc. is gonna be tagged on the podcast on YouTube, etc. Let's have a toast. Yes. Why don't you grab 2 shot glasses there?
Let's go.
We're gonna rip a shot.
Okay, these are cute. I love chocolate, so these are cute.
Yeah, there you go.
You're gonna get the Reese's. I
don't like Reese's either. You're gonna get that. All right. We're not gonna miss the colors. Let's do vodka because the tequila is so far away. I'm not gonna grab the tequila.
But we've been doing tequila. You want me to get
the tequila? Joe, can you grab the tequila, please?
Thank you.
I appreciate it, man. I'm sorry. It's over there. No, it's over there. Guys, I'm sorry.
I don't want to make sorry.
Yeah, she's
being a closed mouth.
Yo, listen, exactly. That's literally what I said. Closed mouth will not get fed. Like I want to get
fed tequila, so I'm gonna say tequila.
Exactly. Any person would have just been like, "Yo, listen, like I'll take the vodka."
This should be the thing of the podcast.
The title.
Yeah.
The title. Exactly. Guys, before we take the shot, what's your 5-year goal? What's your 10-year goal? What are you trying to accomplish with your business?
All right. So I myself personally want to get more into producing, directing, and learn more about that. Get more into the inside of the business instead of being on camera. I want to learn more about being off camera. And with my business, I want it to grow. I want to get bigger bookings, bigger talents. So
hit her up, guys.
Yeah, hit me up.
Salud. I appreciate you coming here.
I appreciate you for having me.
Pinky up. Guys, I appreciate you guys joining us on live.
Yes.
Joining us on YouTube, Spotify, etc. I love you all. Stay tuned for the next episode. of the Abarca. Say bye to Cari.
Bye. Thank you for having me. Kisses, everyone.